running the spot. And you know we insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowd. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 180. Real.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
One touch.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Check three.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Regular. Hey, orbit.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
51 to Mike, 51
Super 66. Hey, wahoo.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 83 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Okay.
Now gone. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Landry now on the return. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm here all day.
On first down, it's Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Catch it. 5. 2 for 1.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
Even. 4 down. Even. 24 is the mic. Ricky.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? 58's the money. 5. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Want to remind you that coming up tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 3 with a good NFC battle. A couple of teams that have been around a long time. Bears and Redskins from FedEx Field at 8:15 Eastern. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now it's Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gurley. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Haywood! Watch the slip, watch the slip!
From the 44, Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, exit. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Los Angeles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. 53 to Mike. 53.
Goff now to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Here we go. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Jim. He's coming. We got double up.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Eluding the pressure right.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Rush in. Rush in. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Handing it off to Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Browns' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Just beating the play clock is gone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Zerline's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be taken very short. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go, defense.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 17. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You ain't doing nothing.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Landry. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over
Like 20. 53. Come on, D. Motion. Check. Super one. Check. 53's mine. All day, every day. Foxtrot.
On first down, gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
65. Hurry. Pistol. 58, Mike. Up, left. 58's the Mike. 58.
Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
King.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's coming. Double up. Run. He's coming. Double up. Check. Lucky. 80 weapon. 25. Check 25.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, kill. 58, Mike. Go. Cut. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From midfield now on second down. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ric Flair. 53 is the mic. You're trapped. Hey, Mike 7. 53, Mike. Bring it. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53. Hey, watch the slant.
Back to throw. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go. Cut. Line 20. Yes, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Hard ball. 58, boys. 58. Hey, Zeus. Push him back. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, kill. We're good. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check 24.
Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. The Rams on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
In your face. Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen. 58's the mic.
From the gun, here's Goff. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver.
Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Goff. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
King. Watch the ship.
Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
180. Right here, right here. We go. 76. 76.
Goff on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
20. 58, the mic. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Echo.
Here's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
58, the mic. In your face. Motion, motion, motion. 58. Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
Third and long. It's gone. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down. 4 down.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10. Under 10.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
16 yards, a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Hilliard spinning away. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.